Welcome, water signs. If you found this reading, I truly believe there may be a message here that Spirit wants you to hear. In today's reading, we'll be exploring the current love energy surrounding Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Whether you're single, in a relationship, navigating no contact, or simply looking for clarity, these messages are designed to offer guidance, insight, and confirmation. As always, remember that tarot is energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition above all else. Not every message will apply to every person, and that's perfectly okay. Sometimes you'll find yourself in the reading, and other times you may recognize someone connected to your energy. If your sign isn't first, don't worry. I've included chapters and timestamps so you can easily jump to your zodiac sign, or you're more than welcome to watch them all. Sometimes Spirit has a message waiting for us where we least expect it. Welcome, Pisces. If this reading found you, there may be a message here that Spirit wants you to hear. As always, remember that tarot is energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition above all else. This is a collective reading, which means every message may not apply to every Pisces watching. Sometimes this message is for you. Sometimes it's for someone connected to you. Trust what speaks to your heart. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and let's see what Spirit has to say about your love life. Pisces, your reading begins with the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. And immediately I feel like you've become much wiser about love. You're no longer allowing your emotions to completely lead the way. You're thinking more logically, setting healthier boundaries, and becoming much more intentional about who has access to your heart. The Ten of Pentacles tells me you still desire commitment. You still want stability. You still want something long-term. I don't feel like you've given up on love at all. If anything, you've simply raised your standards. You're no longer interested in connections that don't have the potential to grow into something meaningful. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is where Spirit asks you to be mindful. While protecting your peace is important, don't become so guarded that you begin protecting yourself from the very love you've been praying for. There is a difference between having healthy boundaries and refusing to let anyone in. Next comes the Eight of Cups, moving from the reverse toward the upright. I love this energy because it tells me you're finally beginning to emotionally release something that has been difficult to let go of. For some of you, this could be a past relationship. For others, it's disappointment, heartbreak, guilt, or someone you've continued carrying emotionally long after they stopped walking beside you. Spirit is showing me that you're no longer running back to what no longer serves you. You're finally choosing yourself. Then comes the Page of Wands. This feels like new excitement entering your life, new conversations, new opportunities, new people. Some of you may find yourselves becoming more social, saying yes to experiences you once avoided, or simply feeling hopeful again after a period of emotional heaviness. Right beside the Page of Wands is the Queen of Wands, and I absolutely love seeing this progression. It's almost like Spirit is saying you've grown from simply hoping for change into becoming the person who naturally attracts it. Your confidence is increasing, your energy is becoming more magnetic. People are beginning to notice the version of you that you've worked so hard to become. Then we have the Page of Cups. This could absolutely represent an apology, a heartfelt message, someone expressing interest, or even your own heart becoming open to love again. For those who are single, I feel like someone could enter your life who approaches you gently and sincerely. For those in no contact, communication is certainly possible. But Spirit is encouraging you not to focus only on who returns. Instead, ask yourself whether the person returning aligns with the version of you you've become. The Emperor tells me this reading ends with stability. This is someone who knows what they want, someone emotionally mature, someone capable of building something lasting. For some of you, this could represent a future partner. For others, it's the version of yourself you're becoming. Either way, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to stop settling for inconsistent energy. The bottom of the deck is Judgment. To me, this confirms the entire reading. Pisces, you're answering a higher calling. You're being asked to leave old cycles behind, to forgive, to heal, to stop carrying relationships that expired a long time ago. Judgment is a card of awakening. It's a card of second chances. But not always with other people. Sometimes the second chance is the one you finally give yourself. I don't feel like this reading is about chasing love. I feel like it's about becoming the version of yourself that naturally attracts the love you've always deserved. Spirit wants you to know that the next chapter of your love life doesn't begin when someone new arrives. It begins the moment you fully believe you deserve the kind of love you've been waiting for. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what part of the message spoke to your situation. If you're looking for guidance that is specific to your own journey, you can always book a personal reading with me. Personal readings allow us to look deeper into your unique energy, your connection, your timeline, and the questions that matter most to you. I'm always active on Facebook, so if you ever need to find me, ask a question, or stay updated on new readings and spiritual content, you know exactly where to find me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for your energy today. I truly appreciate your time, and I pray this message brought you peace, clarity, and confirmation. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and keep following your intuition. With love, High Intuition. Welcome, Scorpio. If this reading found you, there may be a message here that Spirit wants you to hear. As always, remember that tarot is energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition above all else. This is a collective reading, which means every message may not apply to every Scorpio watching. Sometimes this message is for you. Sometimes it's for someone connected to you. Trust what speaks to your heart. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and let's see what Spirit has to say about your love life. Scorpio, your reading begins with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Right away, I feel like many of you are juggling more than one thing emotionally. This doesn't necessarily mean you're juggling multiple people. For some of you, it could simply mean you're balancing your heart with your responsibilities, your past with your future, or your desire for love with your fear of getting hurt again. The Seven of Cups tells me your mind has been everywhere lately. You've been imagining different possibilities, wondering what someone is thinking, questioning what could happen next, and trying to make sense of emotions that don't always have clear answers. Spirit is asking you to be careful not to get lost in assumptions. Every thought isn't a fact, and every fear isn't a prediction. Then we have the Queen of Wands, and I love seeing her here because despite everything that's happening internally, people still see you as magnetic, attractive, and confident. Even if you don't always feel that way, your energy naturally draws people toward you. The problem is that confidence and emotional security aren't always the same thing. The Devil sits right in the center of this reading, and I don't believe Spirit placed this card here by accident. This is the heart of the message. For some of you, this is an unhealthy attachment. For others, it's obsession, temptation, codependency, fear of letting go, toxic cycles, or constantly revisiting something that should have already been released. This can even be overthinking. Sometimes the strongest chains aren't around our wrists, they're around our minds. I also feel like some of you are holding on because the connection still feels unfinished. You keep replaying conversations, wondering what could have been done differently, hoping for closure that hasn't arrived yet. The beautiful part is what comes next. The King of Cups begins moving from the reverse toward the upright. That tells me emotional maturity is returning. You're beginning to understand your emotions instead of allowing your emotions to control you. You're learning that loving someone doesn't require abandoning yourself. Then comes the Ace of Swords, also moving from the reverse toward the upright. This feels like clarity after confusion, truth after uncertainty, honest conversations, mental breakthroughs. Some of you may receive communication, while others may simply reach a point where you no longer need someone else's answers because you've finally found your own. The reading closes with the Two of Swords. This tells me a decision still needs to be made. Scorpio, you've reached a point where staying in limbo is becoming more uncomfortable than making a choice. Spirit isn't asking you to rush. Spirit is asking you to stop avoiding what you already know. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands, and honestly, I think this confirms everything we've been talking about. You've been carrying emotional weight that doesn't all belong to you. Some of you have been carrying someone else's inconsistency, someone else's confusion, someone else's inability to communicate, someone else's emotional baggage. Eventually, all of that becomes your burden, even though it was never yours to begin with. Spirit is asking you to put some of that weight down. You don't have to carry every relationship by yourself. You don't have to solve every problem alone. You don't have to keep proving your worth by carrying more than you're meant to. Scorpio, this reading isn't telling me that love is leaving your life. It's telling me that your relationship with yourself is changing first. As that happens, the people and connections around you naturally begin to change as well. The biggest lesson I'm hearing is this: not everything you're carrying is yours to keep. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what part of the message spoke to your situation. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what part of the message spoke to your situation. If you're looking for guidance that is specific to your own journey, you can always book a personal reading with me. Personal readings allow us to look deeper into your unique energy, your connection, your timeline, and the questions that matter most to you. I'm always active on Facebook, so if you ever need to find me, ask a question, or stay updated on new readings and spiritual content, you know exactly where to find me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for your energy today. I truly appreciate your time, and I pray this message brought you peace, clarity, and confirmation. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and keep following your intuition. Welcome, Cancer. If this reading found you, there may be a message here that Spirit wants you to hear. As always, remember that tarot is energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition above all else. This is a collective reading, which means every message may not apply to every Cancer watching. Sometimes this message is for you, sometimes it's for someone connected to you. Trust what speaks to your heart. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and let's see what Spirit has to say about your love life. Cancer, your reading begins with the Hermit and the Ten of Pentacles. And the first thing I'm picking up is that you're doing a lot of soul searching. Some of you may be focused on building financial security, but I feel like this goes much deeper than money. You're beginning to ask yourself what love actually means to you. You're questioning what kind of relationship you truly want to build because you're no longer interested in temporary connections. You're looking for something that feels safe, stable, lasting, and emotionally fulfilling. The challenge comes in with the Queen of Swords, who is moving from upright toward the reverse. I don't feel like this energy makes you cold. I feel like life has made you protective. Past disappointments have taught you to keep your guard up. And now, whenever situations become uncomfortable, your first instinct is to distance yourself, become dismissive, or protect yourself before anyone has a chance to hurt you again. The interesting part is that right behind this Queen of Swords sits the Ace of Cups. Love is still here. Your heart still wants love. Your heart still wants connection. You still desire a fresh beginning. It's almost like this Queen of Swords has her back turned toward everything she's been asking the universe to bring into her life. Then we have the Four of Wands and Temperance, both leaning from upright toward the reverse. This tells me that the tension you're experiencing isn't only happening in your relationships, it's happening within you. You want harmony, you want peace, you want stability, you want to celebrate love, but unresolved emotions continue creating resistance. There are wounds that still need your attention, and there are conversations that need to happen, whether that's with yourself or with someone else. If you're currently in a relationship, Spirit is encouraging you to stop avoiding uncomfortable conversations. Put everything on the table. Don't beat around the bush. Don't become dismissive when things become difficult. Clarity only comes when both people are willing to communicate honestly. Whether you move forward together or separately, you'll know you honored yourself by speaking your truth. If you're single, don't allow past disappointments to convince you that every new opportunity will end the same way. Protecting your heart is healthy, but expecting heartbreak before love even has a chance to grow only keeps you tied to old energy. The Two of Wands reminds me that you're standing at a crossroads. This isn't just about choosing another person. It's about choosing the version of yourself that you're bringing into your next chapter. Are you moving forward carrying old disappointments? Or are you moving forward believing that something different is possible? The Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck confirms everything I've been feeling throughout this reading. This isn't just about having multiple options in love. This is about having too many thoughts, too many possibilities, too many what-ifs. Sometimes we think fantasy only means imagining the perfect relationship, but fantasy can also be imagining every possible way things could fall apart before they've even begun. If you're constantly expecting betrayal, disappointment, abandonment, or rejection, you're still living inside imagined scenarios instead of responding to what's actually happening in front of you. Spirit is asking you to be mindful of the stories you're telling yourself. Your thoughts influence your choices, and your choices influence the direction you're moving in. Cancer, you're much closer to the love you desire than you realize. The question isn't whether love exists for you. The question is whether you're willing to release the fears that have convinced you it doesn't. Open your heart, honor your boundaries, communicate honestly, Allow yourself to move forward with hope instead of fear. The love you've been asking for begins with believing you're ready to receive it. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what part of the message spoke to your situation. If you're looking for guidance that is specific to your own journey, you can always book a personal reading with me. Personal readings allow us to look deeper into your unique energy, your connection, your timeline, and the questions that matter most to you. I'm always active on Facebook, so if you ever need to find me, ask a question, or stay updated on new readings and spiritual content, you know exactly where to find me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for your energy today. I truly appreciate your time, and I pray this message brought you peace, clarity, and confirmation. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and keep following your intuition.